Waging war on corruption. Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network. Big Brother, mainstream media, government cover-ups. You want answers? Well, so does he. He's Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network. And now, live from Austin, Texas, Alex Jones.
We have another important transmission lined up for you today. It is Wednesday, the 25th day of August, 2010. We're going to be live here for the next 3 hours, and we don't have any guests scheduled. I may have a few people popping in with some key info later in the broadcast, but no full guest interviews, 30-minute or hour-long interviews coming up today. Let me just give you a rundown of some of the amazing news that's coming up. In the weird stack, Hitler had Jewish and African roots, London Telegraph, DNA test show, by testing his known relatives here in the United States and Europe, taken from 39 relatives of the Nazi leader showing African and Jewish roots. Well, it is a fact that his father, Alois Hitler, was the illegitimate son of a servant girl in the Rothschild household. I've researched it. It's in mainline history. Also, of course, his third wife, Hitler's mother, was also his niece and was reportedly also related because the wealthy and the royal of Europe constantly had illegitimate children, and Hitler even had a lot of people killed to try to cover this up. This was a big scandal for Adolf Hitler, but now the DNA tests have come in. And a lot of times I don't believe mainstream media, and I don't really know what to make of this. But we do know that where there's smoke, there's fire, and that this is an interesting issue. So we'll be talking some about that today, but it's obviously not our top story. A report I meant to get to yesterday that I will cover during this hour is a very credible retired FBI agent who specifically discovered plans to kill Kennedy in the months before the operation, has gone public, and now they've declassified, because we're 40-plus years later, the original FBI reports where they knew who some of the shooters were and what was being planned in Chicago and Dallas. He was meant to be killed a week before in Chicago, as other Secret Service agents and FBI agents have also gone public with. So this is a very credible FBI agent who worked the case before and after, including in Dallas. He wasn't from Dallas. He was sent to Dallas, and I'm going to work on getting him on the broadcast. I'm going to play a news clip of this and cover it. Paul Watson posted it yesterday at prisonplanet.com. The economic stack is absolutely frightening. We're going to be going over that as things deteriorate even faster. Last year, I sent Rob Dew and Jason Douglas to Northern California, to Sacramento, the capital, where at night they basically lock up the homeless people, and they don't let them sleep on the street or in tents or on city or state land. They basically arrest them. And the same thing is being rolled out in Hawaii. Well, now this is out of News One. New York Republican candidate says prison dorms for welfare recipients. And this is also being proposed in England in the last few months. We've seen a lot of reports about let's lock up the poor and let's make them work to pay for their room and board. And this is a very, very dangerous trend. So we'll be breaking that down today. Also, yesterday, I covered the fact that Carver's Bay enlists entire 9th grade. Welcome to high school. Now drop and give me 20. They were forcibly put into the junior ROTC. Then they try to force them to sign commitment papers to join the military. This is going on all over the country. But here's another one. Creeping Militarism Invades Alaska Grade High School by Kurt Nimmo. But actually the link here is to the Alaska Star. Will you guys print me that link? I want to read from the Alaska Star itself, where the Army is now training the kindergartners. This is part of full spectrum dominance, complete takeover. of our society. As the states and counties go bankrupt, the federal government and the Army will run all of society with their top secret USA million-man private spy team as well. It's all coming up.